Hi everyone. So I'm updating because I saw my doctor today. It's strange because I've been in her office so much in the last like 3 weeks, and today was the first time that I actually had a real appointment with her and actually got to sit down and kind of go over things and talk about what's going on and everything. So before my appointment, I actually heard from her secretary about trying to schedule the port surgery with the surgeon who took out this port, and he is not in the office on Friday, which is when we were hoping to get it scheduled for. And he is requiring a consultation before scheduling the surgery, which is fine. Um, my surgeon who put in my first two ports, I had a consultation with him before the first port surgery. Um, so, I mean, it's fine, but right now I have a consultation scheduled with him for next Wednesday morning. Um, but the issue is that right now I'm dealing with peripheral IVs. I still have the same peripheral in my arm. It's covered up, but that's doing well. But I mean, I've had it in since Monday. Don't know how long it's gonna last. It's not gonna last forever. And I'm also leaving a week from Saturday to go away for a week, and I really need to have the port put in before then. So it was good that I was going to have an appointment with my doctor, like right after finding this out, because we needed to kind of regroup and figure out what we were going to do. So we talked about it, and they're going to first call this surgeon that I have the consultation with to see if that I can tentatively have it set up to have the surgery next Thursday. My cats are being a little bit wacky tonight, as usual. But sorry. So to tentatively have the schedule set up for Thursday, because my concern is that I would go into the consultation on Wednesday, and he would be like, "Okay, I'm happy to do the surgery, but I can't get you in for a week," and then I would be away that week, and like it would just drag on. Um, if that can happen, great, because the surgeon has said that he would be happy to put in another port if I need it while I was in the hospital. So as long as he hasn't changed his mind, which hopefully he hasn't, then that would be, I guess, the ideal situation. Plan B is to get in touch with the surgeon who put in my other ports, which is down by my parents, which isn't that long of a drive, but it's just more out of the way, and see what his availability is. And he probably would not require a consultation ahead of time, and I would just be able to go ahead and schedule the surgery. So it's possible that I would just be able to go ahead and schedule a surgery for next week sometime. So we'll see. They're going to make phone calls about all of that tomorrow. I was in the office, I didn't actually get into my appointment until after 5 o'clock, so they'll make phone calls tomorrow to try to get all of that set up. And my doctor is going away. She's going to be away all next week. So and they're closed on Fridays. So she wants to get all of this set up by the end of the day tomorrow. So it's good to know that things are going to be getting pushed to be figured out. So I should know more information for sure, hopefully, about when the actual surgery is going to be tomorrow, at least tentatively. So good thoughts about that would be appreciated. In the meantime, I have the peripheral that I'm using, and right now I'm trying to get the fluids warmed up enough to actually be able to infuse them overnight tonight and not have it be freezing cold. That's one thing that I'm kind of not used to, because with a port or a central line, you don't actually feel the fluid going into you. Like, it's a weird thing, but you don't feel it because it's basically going right into your heart. And if the fluid is kind of cold, it doesn't really matter. So, but with a peripheral IV, where it's just going right into your arm, you feel it. Like, your arm gets cold, it matters. So I wasn't around all day to take fluid out of the fridge, so I'm just trying to warm it up as quickly as I can so I can go to bed. And that is probably not very interesting to very many of you. But anyway, so the rest of the doctor's appointment. It looks like right now, the plan is that I'm staying off of antibiotics for a while, and we're going to see how that goes and what happens. I'm going to have this certain Lyme test done in like 3 weeks, a couple of weeks before I go back to see her again, to see my doctor again. And this is supposed to be a better test. I need to look up more information about it online, but it's supposed to be a little bit better test for active infection and stuff, and I don't really know anything about it, but I trust my doctor. So I'm not going on antibiotics right now. She did suggest possibly doing some herbal stuff for Babesia and Bartonella and Lyme, which I just looked online real quick. It's not really cheap, so not sure about that, but we'll see. Then we also talked about basically looking into ways to help my dysautonomia, and looking into possible other things going on, all of which involve seeing other doctors. So it looks like this summer I will be most likely going to see 3 new doctors. There is a doctor in Boston who specializes in autonomic dysfunction, so that would be dysautonomia stuff, and he has like an autonomic clinic and testing thing, something, anyway, all kinds of stuff. And so my doctor had heard of him, and I had heard his name through Eric's mom, and so my doctor thought that it would, be worthwhile just to go and see what he had to say. So there's that. There's him. I will also be trying to get an appointment with a Lyme literate-ish neurologist. He's not really big on long-term treatment anymore, but he knows about Lyme, and he's Lyme friendly, and he basically is just like, fine, you do whatever you're gonna do. But he used to do a lot more with long-term Lyme patients and stuff, and he still does work a lot with Lyme patients. So going to see him, trying to go to see him, because the dysautonomia may very well be a form of neuropathy, which could benefit from IVIG, intravenous immunoglobulin, which is an immune system thing, which he does testing for and does that. So, yeah, so I will likely be trying to get an appointment with him as well. And then the third doctor is not related to the dysautonomia specifically, but is for being evaluated and tested and everything for mitochondrial disease, which I've had a suspicion that might be part of the picture of my health stuff for quite a while, and I've kind of avoided really looking into it because I haven't really wanted to know if that is actually part of the picture. But right now it seems like it's the time to really look at everything. So I think it's the time to actually do it. And there's a really good doctor who is in Boston, so yeah. So I have been trying to kind of avoid going to see new doctors for a long time, and it looks like I'm not really avoiding it anymore. So I'm piling a whole bunch of new doctors onto my plate, and we'll see what comes of it. And hopefully something good will come of one or more of the new doctors. So yeah, so that's kind of the overall picture. Let me see if there's anything else. So we didn't, like, I had a whole long list of stuff to talk to her about, and we didn't get through nearly all the stuff that I had written. But it was a good appointment. It was good to actually get to sit down with her and talk to her, and I'll go back and see her at the beginning of August. So the port should be in, and all of that should have calmed down, and I'll be back on my fluids, and things should have stabilized a little bit more by then. So yeah, so that's the deal. I think I'm going to probably just hook up the fluids and see how cold they actually are. And I was going to watch an episode of something, but I think I'm probably just going to go to bed because I am really exhausted. Tomorrow is my last day of work, but they said that they are definitely going to call me over the summer to babysit and to go and visit, because I think we all feel like going the whole summer without seeing each other would be way too long. So, which this video is also way too long. So I will end it here, and I'll update again when I have more information about the port stuff. I feel like I've been doing a ton of videos lately, but oh well, a lot's been going on. Hopefully things will calm down soon and I can stop doing videos. But anyway, I hope you are all doing well, and I will talk to you